I remember that back in 2004, maybe before your time, but anyway, in 2004, Michael at the trials swam a triple in a session, right? He swam the final of the 2 IM, the final of the two back, and the semi of the 100 fly in
Okay.
Long Beach.
Yeah.
And he did pretty well in all of them, and he handled it very well. But the
I
next
mean, he
morning,
qualified in the
he
two back,
qualified
right?
in the two back, and he,
I do remember
did
that.
well in the IM, and then in the fly, he was good.
Mhm.
But and that night it was fine. All that part was fine. But the next morning, like he couldn't walk. Right? He's like, I
Mm.
just cannot. So that's why we dropped it for the Olympics. Like we just can't go in and do all that. And it was very similar with Leon. The prelim the next morning of the 2 IM, he's like, I don't need. I was like, just do it. Just focus in. Don't be too conservative. Be out fast, and then if you want to shut it down at the end, you can. That kind of thing.
Mhm.
And he actually is very good about that. He likes to do his strategy in the prelims is always to be out faster and then relax it, right? So that's much better than trying to go out easy and then maybe try to finish because then you might have to overdo it, right, to kind of get in there.
Yeah.
So, but he was really hurting that morning. He actually he didn't sleep that well after the double. Obviously, there's a lot going on. I don't think I slept that well either.
Yeah.
Um, but so then he had a big nap, going into the next day. And actually, but before the final, he slept like 11 hours that night
Oh,
before
wow.
the final. So he was good. And when he sleeps, he's good. Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously a great night of sleep for anyone, but in an Olympic setting, that's like a
Yeah.
miracle.
Exactly. I know, right? Yeah. But I think that's one of the things that these high performers do. Michael was very good at that. He'd come back for Olympic final and say, "Yeah, I slept 3 hours this afternoon." I'm like, "Well, you're the only person in the world who could sleep at all because I didn't, and I wasn't even swimming." But I think he's very good at that, and I don't know if he uses techniques to relax himself or whatever, but he just needed it and he took it, so that worked out well.